this is just the latest in the ongoing saga here in Cairo. It all started when President Mohamed Morsy issued the very controversial constitutional decree, which gave him pharaoh-like powers, more powerful than former President Hosni Mubarak. But President Morsi said that he wasn't going to hold on to these powers, that he would hand them over once a constitution was written and approved. But we saw the Constitutional Assembly rush through a draft of the Constitution late last night and into the early morning today. And that is going to be sent to President Morsi for his approval. But this constitutional draft is highly controversial. That's because members of the Constitutional Assembly, leftists, liberals, and the Christians pulled out of it, saying that the Islamists who were dominating it were not hearing their voices. So last night we saw Islamist-dominated Constitutional Assembly with members of the Muslim Brotherhood and more conservative Salafis pass the constitutional draft. Now, those who left the assembly say that there's no way that this draft could hear their voices, hear their concerns, and they say it's a big step backwards. Well, the Brotherhood and the people who wrote that the Constitution, the new draft, say that they did take in consideration those who'd left, and that this is the only way to push Egypt forward. And we're expecting large demonstrations in Cairo today, larger than we saw Tuesday, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people. But the Brotherhood and the Islamists also have their supporters, and we're expecting to see them come out in full force tomorrow. Rosemary?
And so, Ian, of course, once President Morsi approves this, then it's going to go to a vote nationwide. What's the sense of how it will be received by the people across Egypt?
Well, that's right. It will go, once it's approved, it will go to vote in 15 days. We're expecting this to be highly controversial, more protests in the streets. The liberals, the left, the Christians say that they will not accept this. But it also, the Brotherhood, the Islamists have a lot of support, and we haven't seen them come out in full force and show their strength yet. So it's really unsure how much support this new constitutional draft has, but there is a good possibility that it will pass, and if it does pass, then that is then the will of the people.